maybe my story will help somebody else, whether it has to do with business, whether it has to do with social media, whether it has to do with, hell, going to the gym and meeting those gym goals, those body goals, whether it has to do with changing different aspects of your life, financially, your love life or whatever. It doesn't matter how this message resonates, but ain't nobody gonna be able to match you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to keep up with you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take what it is that you've created, take what it is that you started, take what it is that you have. Ain't nobody gonna be able to swindle, to swindle you or swindle the people that look up to you, follow you, or whatever. Can't nobody taint your story, because your story is gonna be known.
Throw my cards on your table. I wanna love you. I wanna love and treat you, love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share a shelter, yeah. Oh yeah, off my single bed.
Happy sunrise, family. I'm just now leaving the gym, and I just got shit to say. I haven't done a chit chat video with y'all in so long, where I'm just telling y'all my thoughts and giving y'all a little uplifting messages and things like that. So I figured we could go ahead and try to catch up a little bit. Let me take these damn headphones off. I like how this sun is hitting my face, baby. Look at this skin. Get into it. Okay. Let's be for real. Let's be for real right now. Why is nobody talking about how hard it is being an influencer or a content creator? Or yet alone just starting your own fucking business. Let's just start there. Just starting your own business. And even if we're not even talking about business aspects in life, just fucking growing, changing different aspects of yourself and things of that nature. Why is nobody talking about how hard this shit is for real? One thing about me, baby, is when I talk about stuff like this, I'm always going to give you different ways to where you can relate to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because although I am, this famous person, and I say famous because people know me. People know my face. People know who I am in my city. My name is in rooms that I don't even fucking be knowing about. Let's keep it real. So, and that ain't even on no cocky shit. That just is what it is. So, with me being that person, you would think that I would be so much farther than I actually am. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, I can't ever get into stuff like this without relating to y'all. What's going on here? Let me get comfortable so we can talk for real. Okay, so perfect example, y'all. People really be coming up to me, the amount of people that come up to me with the, thank you so much for helping me, or, thank you so much for, this information that you be posting on Facebook, or, thank you for these book recommendations. Thank you for the reading that you did for me, and then I'll even get stories from random people, just random people. They'll be like, yeah, I was out and about and I brought you up, and this person was like, oh yeah, I know Morris too, I love her so much, and whoop de whoop de whoop. And it's it's mind-blowing to me, y'all, because I never, I know that I'm that girl. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I be so humble with it sometimes. And I also, it's my life doesn't necessarily match the amount of attention that I get. And what I mean by that is, if you go on my Facebook page, I have 3,000 followers, okay? Literally just happened. I was stuck at 27 or 28 for a minute. I literally just hit 3,000 followers, and I just got back on Facebook, I think In 2017 is when I started my Facebook journey again, because I deleted it for like a decade, baby, because who I was back then and who I am now is not the same. So like I really got back on there, and you know, I've been on this spiritual kick, I've been on this teaching kick, I've been on this like enlightening kick, or whatever. And because I'm a projector, it just comes naturally to guide people and teach people. People are naturally just drawn to my energy, and they want to learn from me, they want healing from me, they want energy from me, or whatever the case may be, right? But to say that I've been on there since 2017 and I'm just now hitting 3,000 followers in 2024 is wild. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had a friend come up to me and she was like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be bigger than this. Like, I don't understand how, you know, I can see so many people fuck with your energy, fuck with your content, fuck with whatever it is that you putting out, but the numbers don't match, like, the effort. The numbers don't match the energy. The numbers don't match, you know, the type of shit that you put out. Like, what is this? And I'm like, girl, your guess is as good as mine, baby, because I don't know. For the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. And then here's a quick story for y'all too. Damn, not you about to get hit by a car. You got to watch what you're doing, baby. So just a quick story for y'all, just to kind of relate. Like, I started my TikTok during COVID times, right? And I remember I like downloaded it, and I saw the very first video on there, and I was laughing so hard, and I deleted the app immediately. I said no, because if I get on TikTok, like, TikTok is going to steal all my time. Literally, TikTok, it's going to steal all my time. Like, it's too funny, it's too intriguing. Like, let me just get the fuck on through. So I deleted it. I didn't download the app again for like another, damn, he got more legs than torso. Let me stop talking about God's children. I downloaded it probably about a year or two later. And, you know, I was posting content here and there, you know, nothing. I was just doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing shit, just putting a couple like spiritual things out there. But, you know, I really wasn't posting with the intention of like growing my followers or anything like that. I was just posting just to post. You know what I mean? And then I got over on Book Talk because I started reading this book. And like, those that know, y'all know I've always been reading, but I don't always post about it or talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So there was this one book that I started reading, Hunting Adeline, and I did do a book vlog if you're interested. It's a non-spoiler book vlog, but I did do a book vlog for it on this same channel, so check it out if you want. I'll make sure the link is in the description box or whatever. But I got on TikTok talking about this book, and that shit blew the fuck up. And see, I think that's the thing for me that I struggle with the most, because anytime I start something or anytime I do something, the shit kicks off fast, okay? And this is my story time. This is the story time that I'm getting into. Anytime I start something, it kicks off fast because, like I said, people are just naturally drawn to my energy. They're drawn to whatever it is that's coming out of my mouth. Like, they want to hear about it. It don't matter what I'm talking about. I could be talking about how slack a goddamn burger from McDonald's is, and best believe I'm going to have at least 10 people attention, because that's just the type of energy. I'm a projector. That's just the type of energy that I carry. So that TikTok just blew up, and I just started getting followers. This is where I have the disconnect sometimes when it comes to content creating, or when it comes to being a vlogger, or when it comes to influencing and things of that nature. This is where I would get very discouraged, because I see how fast things take off for me when I started. You know what I mean? Whether I'm doing readings, whether I'm doing tarot readings, whether I'm doing these book reviews and book vlogs, whether I'm just talking about spiritual shit, whether I'm just talking in general. Like, I see how fast things take off for me. For me personally, it's seeing how people flock to me with ease, or whatever the case may be, but my numbers don't match the attention that I get. You know what I'm saying? Or the attention that my content gets, rather. The numbers just don't match. And there was this situation, and I hope my friend is okay with me talking about this, because it was a time, okay? So me and my friend, we have been friends since high school. Okay, we both love to read. We both love to read. It's always been a thing, and we always kind of we have this friendship to where it's kind of like hot and cold. And I don't mean like we fall off. We just life just be life, and like we'll communicate for a long time, for a couple of months, and then we kind of go ghost for like a month or two, sometimes longer. Then we link back up, and it's that's just how our friendship has always been. And it's been a healthy friendship. Don't get it twisted. It's just that's just the type of connection that we have. So when we linked back up again last year, we both were, heavy in our book bag, and we decided, well, let's go ahead and read together, let's read stuff together and whatever like that. And somewhere along the lines, like I said, I was already posting book content on my TikTok and sometimes on my Facebook, and somewhere along the lines, she was like, this is something that I really want to do. I want to do this too, but I'm so shy, and whoop-de-whoop. And y'all know me, I'm gonna gas anybody up. I'm gonna push you to do whatever it is that you want to do, especially if I know you love it, especially if I know, it meshes with your spirit, it meshes with your soul's journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been that girl. Like, I'm gonna clap for you, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna show up for you, I'm gonna push you. That's just always been my energy. If you know, you know. So when she said that, I was like, girl, if you don't start, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. Like, you see me doing it. You see other people doing it. Like, you love books just like the next person. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think around this time, I may have had all of probably 400, 600 followers. I can't remember, y'all. It was somewhere around there. It's been a minute. It was like maybe between 400 to 600 followers that I had just from being on Book Talk, right? And if I remember correctly, I think she only had about like 60 something followers, maybe 80 something followers or whatever. So I say that to say I started my Book Talk journey in May of 2024, right? And around October, I think is when I was finally somewhere between 400 to 600 followers. I can't remember the exact number because, like I said, it's been a while. And when she finally started pushing her content, she literally hit 1,000 followers in like a 3-week time frame. And I remember feeling so sad. It wasn't because, and see, this is why I don't like to tell these type of stories, because people automatically get in the comments, or people automatically get in, they feel like they know what they're talking about, like, oh, you just hating, or you a bad friend, or you whoop-de-whoop. And like, bitch, you can kiss all my ass. Actually, it's not that. If you're a projector, if you know what your human design is and you're a projector, you know what the fuck it is, okay? You know what life is like being a fucking projector sometimes. So for me, I wasn't sad because I was hating, or because I was jealous of her, or because I was envious of her. It was never that, because at the end of the day, I was still clapping for her. I was still sharing her videos. I was still supporting her. I was still gassing her up. And it was very intentional, and it was very genuine, because I was literally happy to see her come out of her element and like just do shit she loved. And even watching the videos, you can tell how excited she is. You could tell how happy she is. You could tell like she was doing exactly what she needed to do. She was doing exactly what it was that she was supposed to be doing in that moment. You know what I mean? And I was very happy for her, but very sad for me. And reason being is because I've been in these situations to where I'm always the one that's helping others. I'm always the one that's guiding others. I'm always the one that's inspiring others. And then I have these ideas, or I have these downloads of different things that I want to do, different things that I should be doing. And I'll start it and I'll do it, and it'll take off. You know what I'm saying? It'll do its little thing. It'll do its little toot toot. You know what I'm saying? But then I'll help someone. And this is not me taking credit for anything. Let me be clear, okay? Me helping is me inspiring, you know, giving people the tools or the resources to do what they have to do. Is that I can't give them the talent. Okay, let me keep it clear. Like, I can't give anybody the talent for anything. I could just give them the tools and the resources and, you know, the guidance that they may need to give them that push to start. You know, anything else after that, that's all them. So it's difficult for me knowing that I have the type of influence that I have over people, to where I'm guiding them, I'm teaching them, I'm helping them, I'm inspiring them to step into their true nature, to step into, you know, whatever it is they're supposed to be doing in life, their purpose. And then I'm also just watching everybody around me like take off in all the ways that I feel like I should have already taken off, you know? So I remember like crying. I think I cried for like a week, y'all. Like, I think I'm honestly being real with y'all. I think I cried for like a week after seeing her hit 1K, and I was still stuck at like 800 at that point. And like I said, you know, I was already in the hundreds when she started. I think she was only at like 60 or 80 something followers. So it was like a blow to my ego, for one, and a punch to the gut, because it's like, damn, like I've been doing this for about 6-7 months now. She started, and literally like 3 weeks later, she's already in the thousands. And it was very disheartening for me, because this is something that I've always dealt with in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something I've always had to deal with, knowing that I'm that it girl, knowing that, you know, I have that energy. I supply that energy for people to just flock to me and to want to be around me and to want to see my content, or to want to get, you know, whatever it is that I'm offering, right? Like, I have that energy, but to have that energy and to have the influence that I have, but the numbers don't match, or to be a person that's helping and guiding people and giving people the resources and watching them take off so quickly while I'm still trying to hit the ground running, like, that's it's disheartening. And I think I cried for like a week, y'all. And then I also cried because I felt bad. I felt like a bad friend for even feeling the way that I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, for even being upset, I felt like I was being a terrible friend. And me and her actually talked about it, and she was like, no, she was like, you know, I completely understand. You're far from a bad friend. Like, I know you're not envious. I know you're not jealous, but I can understand why you would be upset. Like, I can understand why you would feel as if you're always left out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard being a projector, y'all. Like, it's hard being a projector and knowing that you're a natural influencer, and you're being consistent, you're putting out the content, you're showing up, and you know, you're getting the energy, you're getting the recognition, but the numbers just don't be matching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard not to get in your head about it. And I'm thankful that I was able to have a real conversation with somebody that I considered a friend, and her being able to understand where I'm coming from without taking offense to anything that I was saying, without, you know, feeling as if I was like attacking her or really coming for her or whatever the case may be, and just being genuinely understanding to like just the way my life has been. I really feel like that moment was like the breaking point for me, because a lot of the time, if it's not somebody stealing my content, if it's not somebody stealing my ideas, if it's not somebody, you know, just being around for the taking, whatever it is that they can get from me, riding my coattails or whatever the case may be, or if it's not people just coming around just for the moment and just hauling ass when the next best thing shows up, like, that's the type of energy that I've been used to. And I feel like when it happened again during the time frame that it happened, because I was going through some healing things or whatever, like 2024 was my year 9, so I was going through a lot of like losses, a lot of traumas being revealed and all type of things like that. So it was a very like spiritual year, but it was also a very healing year for me too. So I think that's why it hit as hard as it did. But after that moment, and after having a conversation like that with a friend, it kind of gave me a new confidence. I've grasped the understanding that I just have to work harder. I'm one of those people to where, yes, things do come naturally for me, but I'm one of those people that it is never going to just fall on my lap. Not like how I want it to. It's never going to just fall on my lap how it falls in other people's laps. It's never just going to happen for me how it just happens for other people. I'm one of those people that I have to work harder. I have to work harder. And again, that can be discouraging as well, because like I said, you have people that they pop out the woodworks, they come out of nowhere and they take off immediately, and for somebody that's been doing different shit for years, I've been a tarot reader and a spiritualist for years. I've been reading books for years. I've been doing book reviews for months now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that I'm into and a lot of the things that I've been doing for a long time. So to be one of those people that's been in the game with this, and you're watching other people that's just now kicking off and just now starting just take the fuck off, it's very discouraging and it's very disheartening. And for some people that'll give you the boost that you need or the confidence to keep going, but for other people, when you're like used to the same cycle just continuously happening, it just really makes you want to give up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was ready to delete all my social medias. I was really on some like fuck all y'all type shit. I'm not gonna lie, because I really felt like y'all don't fuck with me for real. Like, and I'm speaking in a general sense. Like, I was really feeling like y'all don't fuck with me for real. Like, y'all fuck with me a little bit. Like, y'all fuck with me a little bit. Like, y'all talk about me to other people. Y'all gas me up in different rooms. Y'all share my content. Y'all act like y'all love me. But then, like, it's like the numbers not matching, baby. Like, y'all saying y'all fuck with me, but it's like, do you for real though? Like, do you really though? Like, that's how I was feeling. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is a very human moment that I'm having, a very vulnerable moment that I was going through. It was just like knowing the amount of attention that I get and the amount of people that have my name in their mouth in a positive way, and it's just not matching. Like, it's just not matching. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just really put me in a funk. It really did put me in a funk, because I don't feel like it's not going to happen for me. Like, I know it's going to happen for me. I feel that shit in my bones. And I think that's another reason why I was like just so in my feelings about it, because it's like, I know what I know. I know what I know. I know what I've seen for my life and for my future. I know what I feel deep down in my loins. Like, I know what it is I'm meant to have. I know the life that I'm supposed to be living. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's there, but it's just the fact that it hasn't shown up yet. You know what I'm saying? Or that it's just taking so much longer when I've been doing this shit. It's just, it makes you want to give up, but at the same time, it's also a reminder that whenever it does finally show up, it's going to be bigger than I initially thought it was. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot bigger than I initially thought it was going to be. Maybe my story will help somebody else, whether it has to do with business, whether it has to do with social media, whether it has to do with, hell, going to the gym and meeting those gym goals, those body goals, whether it has to do with changing different aspects of your life, financially, your love life or whatever. It doesn't matter how this message resonates, but hopefully it does resonate with somebody, because at the end of the day, when you're a person like me, to where every single thing that you do influences somebody, every single thing that you do changes the course of somebody's life, every little seed that you plant and every person that you come across, it starts a domino effect of them living a different life than they were already living. Like, baby, I break chains, like, not only in my own bloodline, but as a whole, the person that I am. I'm a big stepper in the spiritual realm. Like, I'm a stepper in the human realm, in this 3D realm, but in the spiritual realm, I'm a big stepper, bruh. Like, my rank is up there in the spiritual realm. So at the end of the day, it's harder for me, because not only am I breaking chains in my own fucking bloodline, I'm helping other people break chains. And the enemy don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I change lives. I have the energy and I have the energy and I have the strength and the power. I have the voice to change the course of somebody's life. You know how powerful that is? You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not just me that's out here. I know it's not just me. It's a lot of us that's walking out here that we got these voices. We got these voices. We got these stories. Our lives is a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? And we have this influence over the collective to where when we do take off, chains is going to be breaking. You know what I'm saying? People going to be out here changing their lives in so many ways, healing in so many ways, making money in so many ways that they didn't even see was possible. So when you somebody like me, it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to reach the goals. It's going to be harder to you know, find the tribe. It's going to be harder for you to blow up the way that you know that you're supposed to blow up. Because when you finally do, the type of influence that you're going to have on the collective is unmatched. It's not going to be the same. You know, and this ain't to shame nobody. This ain't to come for nobody that's, you know, already that blew up fast or whatever the case may be. It's their time. You know what I'm saying? If they blew up as fast as they did, it's their time. And it also means that they're doing what it is that they need to do. They're in their purpose. They're following their purpose. You know what I'm saying? But for those like me that got to get it out the mud, for those like me that got to work 10 times as harder for the things, for those that got to show up 10 times harder, that got to step harder or whatever the case may be to even get half, you get what I mean? Like to even get half, that's because you a bigger deal than what you realize. You a bigger deal than what you know. You a bigger deal. You are a bigger deal. Because once you blow up in whatever ways that you're meant to blow up, ain't nobody gonna be able to match you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to keep up with you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take what it is that you've created, take what it is that you started, take what it is that you have. Ain't nobody gonna be able to swindle, you know, to swindle you or swindle the people that look up to you, follow you, or whatever. Can't nobody taint your story because your story is gonna be known. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, this shit is very discouraging. It can be very disheartening. You can feel like you want to fucking give up. You want to just throw in the towel. You don't want to do none of this shit no more. And I get it. I feel that. But at the end of the day, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You got to keep building. Because whatever it is that you're meant to do in your life, whether it's something minuscule or something big, is going to not only change your life, not only change your bloodline, but for sure change the lives of anybody that's attached to you, anybody that listens to you, anybody that follows you, anybody that hears your voice, anybody that hears your story is going to plant a seed. You're a curse breaker, not only for yourself and your bloodline, but for your generation, for the collective. And I had to come to terms with that. I had to come to terms with that. So although I want more for myself, I'm going to have more. But although I want more for myself as far as like social media is concerned and the things that I'm trying to do in life or whatever, I'm grateful for where I am right now. Because having the little recognition that I have already is helping me prepare for the amount of attention and recognition that I'm going to have in the future. It's building me up, you know, that thick skin that I'm going to need, the voice that I need to use to stand my ground and to show up for me and to speak my truth. Is preparing me for the amount of people that I am actually going to touch, the tribe that is going to find me. You know what I mean? The people that are going to rock with me, the people that are going to show up when I start doing the different things that I'm getting ready to do. You know what I mean? It's preparing me. So, you know, my little 3,000 followers on Facebook, I thank you. And I'm grateful for you. I did finally hit you know, 1,000 over on TikTok. I'm a little bit over 1,000 on TikTok. I'm grateful for y'all. I thank y'all for supporting me. I think about 350 on YouTube. I'm really hoping that my YouTube gets to popping the way that I see it popping, the way that I was told it was going to start popping, you know. But I'm thankful for y'all, the 300 people that's following me. I'm thankful for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are the foundation of something that is getting ready to be so big that I can't even fathom it. I know what I've seen, but it's going to be bigger than what I even see. So I don't really know who needed this message or who needed, you know, to hear this. But I really do hope that this resonates with somebody. I really do hope that you're able to take away whatever it is that I put down, that it resonates with you in whatever way that it needs to resonate. And it's just really a message of not to give up. Don't let other people's success stop you from hitting the ground running or stop you from doing whatever it is that you need to do, because your path is not going to be the same as the next person. The things that you have to offer is not going to be the same as what somebody else has to offer. You know what I mean? And the audience that you're going to have is not going to be the same type of audience that somebody else has. You know what I mean? So yes, it gets hard. Yes, being an influencer is hard. Yes, being a content creator is hard. Yes, simply growing and evolving and changing for your highest good is hard. Change is uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of it all, it's going to be all worth it, because you a big stepper. And the people that got to step big is the people that got to do, y'all, we the ones. We the ones. We be in the trenches with it. We be in the trenches with it. We be getting it out the mud. We the survivors. We had the struggle life. And that's not to glorify that. Like, I don't like to glorify any type of struggles or anything like that. But at the end of the day, our story is our story. And our story is our story for a reason. Because our story is going to be a story that helps somebody else in whatever ways that they need help. It's going to break change for others. And that's just what we're here to do, especially if you're a projector. Especially if you're a projector, that's what we're here to do. So I hope y'all enjoyed my little story time. I'm about to go home, hop in the shower, and start my day. But I love y'all dearly, and I truly hope that y'all was able to get something from this little message that I'm giving. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? I love y'all. I thank y'all for constantly rocking with me and for trusting me with your energy on my channel. And of course, if you enjoyed the vibes, please subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, okay? Bye.